Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Gemini and Sagittarius on Wednesdays. The deck that I'm using today is called the Kawaii Tarot. And as always, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, the link is in the description. Also, just as a heads up, the cards like to flip around in the deck, and I do see them. However, I usually don't take them unless they jump out like these ones have. I'm gonna go ahead and take this in the upright. But, the goal here is to get 8 cards, 8 or 9 cards, and then we can get started on your reading with your overall energy. So, just as a reminder, if you guys enjoyed the reading, please leave a like or a comment. I really like to see if the readings resonate with you guys. But, like I said before, your overall energy is the 7 of Wands. Now, the 7 of Wands is a very powerful card to have as your overall energy because I really like to call it the worth fighting for card. And I think that a lot of times when we see the 7 of Wands, we're asked to really reevaluate what it is that we're fighting for. I think that you guys have recently discovered something in your life that is very important to you. And I feel like it has to do either with a person or you sort of taking charge of yourself. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you may have been putting someone else's needs first, and now you're sort of taking back your power here. Because I see this Devil card that really, really calls my attention. And the Magician in reverse, to have those two energies together isn't a good sign, right? Because the Devil card oftentimes talks about, well, it can talk about a lot of things. For one, it can talk about addictions or vices, as well as sinister people in your life. Or another one is sexuality, which is a big one. Over-sexuality or hypersexuality. And then another big one is entrapment, feeling trapped and bounded to a situation. But it's always really interesting to see how the devil is depicted in every tarot deck. And this Devil card, to me, really feels like it's asking us to look at those more sinister people in your life. And the significance of the Magician card in reverse is very important here because the Magician in the upright is a master manifester. He is able to, well, he or she is able to conjure things out of thin air. A magician actually pulling a rabbit out of a hat. But in the reverse, the magician is not able to do those things and only projects those things through deception and misdirection. So the magician in the reverse is a smooth talker, smoke and mirrors, a lot of times manipulative almost. Like there's a lot of negative energy considered with this person because they're able to lie and deceive, and they'll do it to your face. And the fact that you have this Devil card, I feel like there's somebody who is out here, maybe even money, because I see a lot of money. A lot of things worth being envious for that you have. I feel like you have a lot of things that are worth being envious for, and this person is certainly envious of them. But they're not saying it to your face, and they're not saying it to your loved one's face. They're not saying it to anyone's face, but what they are doing is they're lying to your face. And I'm looking at this Four of Swords here, and the Four of Swords talks about resting. I don't know why, but I'm getting that some of you guys have been hexed, or they have done something purposefully so you can't rest at night. And I'm getting that for others of you, this person may be at work. You know, the devil is the card of Capricorn, so a lot of times there can be a lot of money involved, or work involved, but this person is definitely caught being a major pain in your side, and I feel like they're doing everything possible to make your life as inconvenient as possible. Just something of a way of making you unrestful and uneasy. And the reason they're doing this is because you have this Ten of Pentacles here. And the Ten of Pentacles, I like to call it my happy wife, happy life card. So that's having the white picket fence, the dog, the kids, the happy spouse, you know, the house, the car, all those things. And obviously, if that's not what your picture of an ideal sort of family unit is, then, you know, it is whatever your ideal perfect family unit is. That's what the Ten of Pentacles represents, right? So I feel like they see what you have and they're like, why does this person have perfect things and that I don't have? And I'm looking at this Eight of Wands, and definitely it has to do with communication. I feel like for a lot of you guys, they see the communication between you and your partner, because the Eight of Wands is oftentimes called the arrows of love, and as a result, they get jealous because they're like, they see you communicating and thriving, and it's almost like you guys are master manifestors. You guys are the magician upright, and they're the magician in reverse. Going back to this work example, if you guys are, you know, at work, it's like you know what you're doing, and they pretend to know what they're doing. That's the difference between you two, and that's what gets under their skin so much. And especially here with this Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, it's almost like this person, I don't know who this person is in your life, but they're definitely a toxic element. It's like this person is trying to plan something on you. So, like, they're trying to plan something to come towards you. And I don't think it's in a positive way. It's not an apology. It's not anything like that. Because there's the Page of Swords here. And the Page of Swords is one of the more immature air signs. And air signs tend to be intellectuals. Right, so I'm getting that this person in particular is very condescending towards you in particular. Maybe other people, but towards you in particular. Because another quality of the Page of Swords in reverse is that they're manipulative. So I feel like they sort of cater their personality and whatever it is that they're communicating to whoever they're speaking to. So it's like in front of their boss, they're a completely different person. In front of their spouse, they're a completely different person. But in front of you, they're rude and just all around a nasty person. And like I said before, with this Two of Wands in reverse, the Two of Wands in upright talks about making a plan. And the fact that it's in reverse almost leads me to believe that they can't formulate a plan. And I feel like that's just another thing that makes them jealous, is the fact that you can do things and that you can plan things and you can make them happen, but they can't. And even more to the point, like, they have the Knight of Wands here, right? And the Knight of Wands, like, if I were to, like, quantify the page and the knights, I'd say that, like, to me, a page is, like, maybe 30 to 40% chance of a message, and then, like, the knight is like maybe a 60 to an 80% chance of a message or something. Not exact numbers, but you get the idea. Like, a page is less likely to come forth than a knight. When you see the knight, there's more chance of it coming forward, and the fact that it's in reverse leads me to believe that often than not, like, this person wants to come forth, maybe not to you, but like to other people, and they just blunder socially. It's like, and I feel like you, in the past, were really trying hard to get along with this person, because you have the Seven of Wands in reverse, or sorry, the Seven of Wands upright as your overall energy. And I feel like yeah, like it feels like the reverse energy here because like you've almost given up on trying to deal with this person, and honestly, good for you because nothing good is gonna come because of this person. I don't exactly know when or what they're planning, but it almost feels like they're trying to get people to, it feels very like high school drama, like they're trying to convince this person and that person, like they're talking behind your back and they're trying to make you like the enemy or whatever. And I don't think that it's going to work, especially since this Two of Wands is in reverse, but they're definitely going to try. So be prepared for them trying something but it not working, because especially with this eight of wands here, like whatever they try to pull on you, you're going to be able to talk your way out of it. And I feel like people know your character enough and know their character enough, because they're coming up as the Magician in reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, or sorry, the Page of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Wands in reverse, and more importantly the Devil. And you're coming up as like the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and like the Four of Swords in reverse. Like the worst thing, like the worst quality that I see about you here is that you don't know when to take a rest. So don't overwork yourself, don't stress out about this person, and be confident that people are going to take your side when it matters most. But that was your reading for this time around, Sagittarius. If you enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment because it really helps out the channel. And I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Sagittarius videos on Wednesdays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.